Hi guys! Oh shoot, I don't have my microphone. I am so unprepared. Ignore me.
What the fuck is up, Jake Hollers? Today, guys, I just want to talk really all things all things breakups, and all things making the right choice, even when it doesn't feel good. I want to talk about breaking up with someone. I want to talk about how to deal with breakups, how to get over them, because I'm kind of in the middle of going through a breakup with someone that wasn't even my boyfriend. It's just one of those situations. It's strange, it's complicated, and it's emotional. And I want to talk about what I'm doing to get over it. This literally happened 2 days ago, and I feel amazing because I know that I made the right choice. I want to teach you how to know when you've made the right choice, how to know when to break up with someone, all that jazz. Speaking of jazz, my name is Jasmine Danielle. Welcome to my YouTube channel and get into it. Today's drink, I just have a big old thing of water. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay hydrated. Get into it. You already know I got the notes on the side. So if I'm looking out to the side, that's probably why. I just want to start by saying to stop settling for less than you deserve. This is really what led me to the end of this relationship. We're still on good terms, which I love. Like, I think my biggest fear is losing people. So I try my hardest to keep people in my life, and that leads me to lying to them or leading them on. And that is something I'm really trying to break away from, because you do not want to lead someone on and end up hurting them more, because I feel like my intentions are good, but they're selfish. My intentions are I don't want to hurt them and I don't want to hurt me. I just don't want to feel that pain of letting go of someone. And I don't want to feel the pain of knowing that I hurt them. But it's something that you have to go through if you want to get what you want. And this is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about how you are blocking your blessings by not being honest with yourself. I wasn't being honest with myself. I wasn't being honest with myself, knowing that I was settling. I was just being with this person out of comfort. I was being with this person because it felt good and it felt easy, but I knew that things were missing. And I don't want to be in a relationship where I know that things are missing. And literally, I wish I had this a few months ago, but I was watching Leo Skepi, and he talked about keeping a boyfriend like scoreboard. And I did that shit today, where literally I'm gonna put it up on the screen, but I wrote down a list of things that I require in my boyfriend, and then I wrote like a checklist. And I started with the guy's name, and a lot of the guys that I be tripping over didn't even make it over like 30%. They weren't even 30% of the man that I literally wanted to be my boyfriend. And I would cry over them and I would get so attached to them. And this really helps you. You should go try this. Any person that you're tripping over in a relationship, make your checklist. If they aren't meeting your standards and you're fucking unhappy, what are you fucking doing? Like, why are you with him? And that really made me realize, like, I would literally bawl my eyes out over these guys. 27% of the man that I wanted. And it's time that we start demanding better for ourselves. Boys, girls, non-binaries, everyone. Demand better for yourself. Another thing I realized is you have to be able to offer what you're asking for. All these things on the list, I feel like I can offer. I feel like I have these things. I feel like I am a great qualifier. I know if people like me exist, not even in a cocky way, I know that if I can meet all these requirements, someone else should be able to. It's not an impossible standard. It's not like he has to be a fucking transformer. Like, you know, I have qualifications for what I want in a guy, and it's also different from what I want in a guy and what I want in a girl, but it's going to be different in that sense. Just know what you want. That way when you get into a relationship, you're not going back and forth on whether or not this is the person for you. You can see whether or not they meet your standards and decide from there. And that's my biggest tip on how to know if you need to break up with someone. See if they meet your standards, first of all. And I feel like if you're even watching this video, you probably already know the answer, but you're just going back and forth in your head. If you feel like you need to break up with this person, just fucking do it. Just fucking throw yourself into that shit. I went back and forth on whether or not I should break up with this guy, but I knew that something was missing. But I was afraid that if I let him go, then I wouldn't find anything better. And that's such a limiting mindset to have, because there's 7 billion people on fucking earth, bro. You will find someone. It's not the end of the world if you let go of this person. I know it's going to feel like, and I know it's going to hurt like a bitch, because your life will literally change. And it sounds so dramatic, but when you go through a breakup, your life is literally changing. The way that you spend your days filled with time with this person. You fill your days smiling about this person, and now your life is going to switch to this person is literally being sucked out of your life. They're being sucked out of your life, and it's hard. It's really fucking hard. But do you want to deal with the pain of staying with this person, knowing that that's not the person that you want in the long run, and eventually having to hurt them in the future, or having them hurt you because you're not even all the way into the relationship? Eventually it's gonna hurt. If it's not what you want, eventually it's gonna hurt. And if there's a part of you inside screaming in this relationship, a part of you screaming for more, it's only gonna get louder. It's only gonna get fucking louder, but you have to listen to it like as fast as you can. Because if you really care about this person, then you wouldn't want to lead them on. Don't waste their time knowing that you aren't all in. You're gonna hurt them worse. And this is something I had to come to terms with. It's like I'm trying to spare his emotions, trying to spare my emotions, but telling the truth will really set you fucking free. Telling the truth will really show yourself that you can get better. This is something that literally, bro, my whole like self outlook has changed. Like, this is about the fourth time I've had to do this, but this is probably the hardest one I had to do. Where this guy just, I wasn't really physically attracted to him, and our romantic chemistry wasn't there. But he's such an amazing human being. So letting that person go was like, damn, like, am I gonna find anyone else? And it's like, when I wrote down this fucking list of all the things that I wanted, it was only maybe like 8 of those things filled out of the 15. And I realized that's why I like that person so much, but it's not everything that I want. And that's why it feels like something's missing. It's gonna feel like something's missing if they're not the person that you want, and you have to come to terms with that. You have to let go of your emotion for just a second and use logic. This is not the person that I want. And I'm holding myself and the other person back by not being honest about that. Honesty, if a person really cares about you, they will accept that. They will have to accept that. They're not gonna hold you back like that. If you're unhappy, all they would want is for you to be happy. And if they act like a fucking prick about it, so fucking be it, dude. If they act like a fucking prick about it, it's probably best that they're not in your life in the first fucking place. I'm like really going off. Okay. Having standards is not fucking selfish. This is another thing. Like, I feel like I've always thought that having standards was like bullshit for me, because I didn't love myself completely. It's like I would accept anyone. And this is like the first time I'm even saying or thinking this out loud, but yeah, I just didn't hold high standards for people because I didn't hold high standards for myself. And now that I'm really growing into the person that I always wanted to be, it's becoming clear that I need to hold high standards for others as well as I hold high standards for myself. Like, I want to be able to offer what I want. If I want someone to be fit, if I want a fit boyfriend, fit girlfriend, then I need myself to be fit. And not for them, but for me, because that is a requirement, not just for, I just want to offer what I ask for. I know what I bring to the table, so I need some other good shit brought to the fucking table, bitch. I need a meal. I need a fucking meal. Okay, I also wanted to talk about how to say it. It's so complicated, and I really wish this was more Like, I wish I knew what to say at the time. You don't need to be angry at a person, or you don't need to wait for a person to do something to hurt you in order to cut them off. It could literally just be a feeling. It could be a feeling that something's missing. It could be a feeling that something's not right. It could be a lack of physical attraction. It could be something so small, and you can still demand better. So, this is how I usually do it. If I do decide to do it, I explain to them what's been going on in my head. I let them know that it's not personal. I let them know that they are amazing. And the reason that I'm telling them all this is because they deserve to hear this. They deserve honesty. And that's how I like to approach these things, because I really care about that person, and I want them to be able to be okay and not feel like they still need closure or not make assumptions. So you need to be brutally honest sometimes. You need to say, hey, these are the reasons. Don't be vague. Don't lie also. Do not lie. Don't be like, oh, I don't feel like being in a relationship right now, unless that's actually true. Don't lie. Don't make up some stupid ass excuse. Even if you feel like there's not a lot of reasons to break up with that person, even if you feel like, oh, like things have been going so well, he or she is probably going to be like, whoa, like this is so out of the blue. That's okay. As long as you're completely honest, whatever the fuck they think after that shit is not on you, babe. Be completely honest and vulnerable. However they receive it is how they receive it. It's not personal. That's just how they receive it. But you have to be honest, and please do not ghost people. Oh my god, because it's gonna weigh on your conscience. Unless it's different if this person is literally harassing you or literally a dickwad. But if this person is someone you care about, do not ghost them. If you really care about this person, just be fucking honest. It sounds so hard and it sounds so vulnerable, but just be fucking honest. And that's something I had to do. I needed to stop sugarcoating shit. I start by writing down what I want to say and what I'm actually thinking and just being brutally honest with myself. And then that's when I just go and I tell them these things. And it's okay if it hurts them. It's probably going to hurt them. But it's honest. And they need the flat out answer. It's so much better, because imagine you were in the other person's position. And they were coming to you telling you that they needed their space. They needed to not, or they needed to cut you off or whatever. You would want them to be honest. You don't want them to just leave you with a very vague answer. You need to be honest with your emotions, and this starts by being honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself about your emotions so that you can be honest with them. So, how to bear the pain of breaking up with someone, or just a breakup, man. It's so hard because I'm still trying to figure this out, but I'm going to tell you what I know. First things first, you have to let, especially your initial emotions, you have to let your emotions run their course. If you need to fucking cry and scream or go to a fucking rage room or just throw shit around, do all that. Do not hold yourself back from feeling what you feel. If you need to take a nap, take a fucking nap. After I stopped talking to this guy, I just became so, just kind of empty inside. Like, I just felt very, very drained because I was crying a lot. And then just being out and about just drained me. And so I needed to just let those emotions run their course. And when I just spent all that time crying, eventually, bro, there's only so much you can cry, bro. There's only so many tears in your fucking body, bro. There's only so many tears you can produce before your body is just like, all right, bitch, you're done. And I just cried. I cried. But one thing I didn't do was stop my life. I didn't stop doing the things that I needed to do. I still had a to-do list, and I let myself sulk for about an hour, and then I got my ass up and I started getting to work. You can function sad, babe. You can be going through some tough shit and still be on your shit. It may not be the fucking same, but you can still be on your shit. And this is how you start to move on, is you need to keep yourself busy. Even if you're watching a movie, even if you're just going to the park. Even for me, I was taking photos for my photography class. I was watching movies. I was going to the grocery store and buying snacks. Like, it's just the little things to remind yourself that you're still here. I'm still here for me. I'm still here whenever I fall. And honestly, I'm my own fucking best friend at this point. And you have to treat yourself that way. You have to say, hey, man, like, the shit that I'm going through is fucking tough. But you cannot let yourself be neglected, because it's only going to make you feel worse. You might as well show yourself love during this time. You might as well just get the fuck up and do what you need to do with grace. Even if it's washing your fucking face, but don't just lay in bed for days and days. Don't just not shower. Don't just like force yourself to take care of yourself. You are not a fucking burden. You deserve to feel loved. It's all about fucking perspective. Shit is gonna hurt. Shit is gonna hurt like a bitch. It's gonna feel like your fucking heart just got ripped out. But you are here for you. You have to remind yourself of that. You have to be there for yourself. I should probably make a video on this. You have to fucking be there for yourself. Nobody can do it like fucking you, dude. But that's why they say you have to love yourself first. I mean, you can love other people without loving yourself. But if you are so dependent on that person for love, it's gonna fucking hurt. And you can still love yourself, and it will still hurt. But at least you have yourself. Say that with me, bitch. I can be here for me. I am my own fucking best friend. When I look back on shitty relationships, I don't fucking regret it. When I look back on my old relationships, I don't regret them. But I also don't regret breaking up with them, because I am fucking happy. And if I didn't break up with some of the other people that I broke up with, then I would have never met the other people that I broke up with. I would have never met most of these people if I hadn't just let go. And all of these experiences were so worth the pain. Because I get to think back on these memories and just feel so amazing. And it may feel heavy to know that it's gone, but it feels great to know that it existed. And that's all I got for you suckers today. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. I love you. Bitch, if you about to break up with your situationship, good fucking luck. You got this, bitch. Get better than you deserve. It's fucking hard, but you got this shit. Like, babe, I'm gonna touch your heart right now. I really fucking believe in you. Even if you don't. Bye.